Breaking news, in this video we review the Speech Breaker by Hasbro. A great $5 game that can be played with 2 people or 20. You might have noticed I sound a little weird. That's because the speech jammer takes your voice, adds a delay, and then that makes it really hard to talk. Let me take this thing off. This is not Hasbro's idea, by the way. You might have remembered speech jamming being a thing a couple of years ago. It kind of took off. It became it got viral. The idea of playing back one's own voice with a slight delay to jam their speech actually goes all the way back to 2012, where Kazutaka Kurihara and Koji Tsukada, they won a Nobel Prize in acoustics for inventing the speech jammer. So those guys invented it, and I'm sure Hasbro paid them some rights to make this game. But let's take a look at what you get in the box. What you get in the box is the microphone, the headset that's attached, and you get the cards. That's all you get. It's not much. It's not very much. You get some instructions, and you also get this card. We'll go over this card a little bit later. So now that we've unboxed everything, let's get the game going. Here's how the official game works. First, you got to split into teams. One person from your team gets the microphone, and they pick a card out of the deck. On the card are 3 words: a who, a what, and a where. The goal is to get your team to say those words without you yourself saying the word. There's other games like that, but where this game twists it up is you got to wear the headset, and you got to use the microphone. And the speech jamming just turns this into a whole nother game. Here's what some of the cards look like. For example, let's take a look at this card. The who, the what, and the where is Justin Bieber, bird watching, and tree. So without the speech jammer, I'll show you an example of how you're supposed to do this. So Justin Bieber, you'd say something like, he got a famous singer, he's a boy with the long bangs that he made popular, and then someone would be like, Justin Bieber, and you'd be like, okay, good. And then you'd go, the what, and you'd go, old people do this with binoculars. They flutter around and they hang out in trees, and you got to look at them, and someone would go bird watching. And then the last one is you'd have to say, this is where the birds go, they make their nests, and someone would go tree, and you go yes. And you got to do all that with the speech breaker on and within the 30 seconds that the speech breaker gives you. The way the microphone and headset work is you press this button on the back, and once you press that button, it makes a TV broadcast like Could you hear that? All right. And now this the red light starts blinking, and it'll blink for about 30 seconds, and that's as long as you get to do all 3 of those words. You can hear right now there is a slight delay, and it is kind of weird. And at the end you'll hear a static noise. It's very loud. There's the static noise, and that's how you know that your turn is over, and hopefully you got all 3 words and got your team a point. Now, that's the official way to play the game. You can also just screw the points and just go one by one. Everybody gets up, and everyone tries to guess. You don't have to play teams for points. Also, you don't even have to use the cards. You can just put on the headset and try to talk, and that'll get the job done, right? Let me just try to talk. All right, so we're making a YouTube video, and this thing is fucking with my voice. I'm probably slurring what I'm saying a bit and maybe repeating some things and just talking like a general retard. So there you go. You don't even need to use the cards. If you want to end this prematurely, you just hold down the button for 3 seconds and the light will go out, and boom, I've reset the game. A side note, this thing is loud, like really, really loud. It's so loud, there's actually a card in the box warning you it's very loud. The reason they give for how loud it is they say it's so the speech jammer works properly. They've done tests and it works good when it's loud. The problem is that they have this thing cranked up so loud that you need to hold it pretty far away from your mouth, and you can't be very loud when you're using it. Otherwise, you will blow out your eardrums. And this is the dumb thing. Most people put this on and they immediately hold the microphone right up to their mouth, bud. They hold it right up to their mouth, and this is way too loud. And you need to warn people like, hey, like, it's loud. Don't put it that close. It's very dangerous. The other thing that's very loud about this is the starting and ending music. When I play the game, I press the button and then I put them on. And I noticed many people wincing when the ending static noise would play because it's just so loud. One of the side effects of having the microphone this sensitive is that you can hear everybody else in the room through the microphone, which is kind of distracting. Ideally, I would have liked them to have a volume knob on here. I would have also liked to see a microphone jack that would let you plug in your own headphones. Because if you take a close look, these headphones are complete garbage. They're very cheap plastic. They kind of hurt your ears just sitting on your ears. They have no sound isolation, which means you have to boost up the volume. Now it's kind of a catch-22 because you need to be able to hear the people guessing your words. So maybe that's what they were going for. They knew they couldn't isolate the sound, so they just bumped it up really loud. And maybe you're supposed to be able to hear your friends through the microphone so you can hear what they're guessing. I don't know. All I know is that this thing is way too loud. It's dangerously loud, especially for children. So you need to be very, very careful with this. I might actually try modifying this microphone to add a headphone jack in and a volume knob. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment down below. All right, and that concludes our video. Holy shit, this thing is loud. For $5, you can have some fun with some friends. You can laugh with them. This game works even better if you've been drinking. Can you imagine? It's like drinking on drinking. It's like beer goggles for your voice. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see some other $5 games, go check out our other video, Chow Crown. Hey, I think I'm getting kind of used to this thing. I spoke too soon. Okay, bye guys.